Ni tari chutu shuyati so di saja chimbo kor da tendeki shuyarendo saja chimbo tawa gomba sopa tendek kola yang zei yapa kamtu kumting sumba ndondo ngau kunga tenje ke zei yapa chi yore ti tone ma ta Tibetan shuyarendo rendos.
And so the main Dharma teaching that we're going to cover together to share on this occasion is the teachings of the Mahamudra, and so presenting the view, the meditation and action of the Mahamudra, and we'll do that based on the short text that was composed by the third Khamtrul Rinpoche, the Ngawang Kunga Tenzin.
Yeah, tinta septang ke ta tambichu seyati ta zo ngarang zo ketane simjin soyena yang simjin tsama ke jula tene maung pala sang jirong ke tene nupa tene shi devar shi ningbo sejute tene simjin tsama la koro rik chepar tang tene tenrek kaya mepa tene nroba soyena yang tsama ke jula tene pena tene wama ke nanglo mari yopa tang tilke nanglo tene tinnom yopa o ten nahi je ke tene simjin tsoma ke jula yang te tawo ke sanji che sawon senari sanji ke rik devarshi pinimbo te tene yoyo pachik tende yindu tene te tawo ke semchi romjin ke tene yonten te tene tso rana soso ke chik te kone konto peya tang te chik drupa yena tene drup toba drup to rongwa ta tene chik yinba re yena yang te tela yang nekap to pena Nyima tabu chayana Nyima te nekap tene trimba la sopa ke drip drip kabla ane Nyima te mantong pa Nyime o te sal mato pa tende chi yina yang tondo korong Nyima korang trimba ke kaya kuba meba ta te tabu tsuji tene yores.
So generally speaking, so when talk about the holy Dharma, the Buddha Dharma. One thing to understand is that the all sentient beings, everyone, all the people, but all sentient beings have that capacity to reach enlightenment. They have that potential, that power. They're all able to reach Buddhahood, to become a Buddha. And that is because they have the as a ground, as their basis is that Buddha nature. So that there is, it's the nature of all sentient beings, without distinction of different species or caste or whatever. All sentient beings have that nature of a Buddha, and therefore can reach enlightenment. And that nature of a Buddha, so it's present in everyone, but it is the nature of our mind. But then that we can reveal progressively through practice, and can manifest more and more, and so that finally we come to become a Buddha. But that at the moment, so that Buddha nature, which is so which is the example, a given traditional example, is like a little bit like the butter, which is already present in the milk, by churning the milk, eliminating the milk, then you just bring out the essence of the butter. Or another example is the oil in the sesame seed, so when you press the seed, then you can bring out the oil, so it's already present there. And so likewise also, the Buddha nature is called like the seed of Buddhahood, so which is present in all sentient beings. It is like it's like that we are the Buddha family, or like the Buddha caste, so that in the same caste as the Buddha, we are all the same in that, it's the same nature as a Buddha. And so the only thing is that at the moment, of course, it's not manifest. And here again, we can take an example, and that is of the clouds hiding the sun. So when the sun is very much there, present in the sky all the time, right? But then when the clouds are there, then you don't see the sun. So likewise, that nature, that Buddha nature, is there in you, but then is there in us. But then because of those temporary obscurations, then we're not seeing it. It's not manifest.
Tene indu te tabu kata around to nekap su tene chik sem te ene namtok want to Jobatan, tene namtok te yang namtok nane chang tene chik ta nyom momba ke tene toba ta tene chik want to journey tene sem korang ke rangi te I domane ta tabi rangi ji tene ji hina yang tene nekap so tene te tao ke chik nyom momba tang ta maripa ke tene dripa ke dribne ene sem korong ke rangi ke sem korong ke rangi te tene so ngon matopa pen nyima te tene drink dripa la tene nyime hote sar matopa o tenda ba chike tene lobor dripa te ke tene nekap chikta sem ki rangi ke yonten senare namso nyangi lende pa ke tene yonten tenzo so ngon matopa tende chik yindu tene te soton sanji chomden deke tene chu ramba namba mambo chik chu chinkolo namba na tsoko mambo chik korwa la ta chipton ke pena nyentu chi tekwa tang tene chanchu sembe tekwa tang songwa nga chi tekwa la sokwa ke tene tekwa som che tene chu chinkolo mambo chik korwa teta yang ta teta ke nyingbo te yang zo tene rana soso ke tene semchu dewa shipi nyingbo te ke tene te le dripi ke tene dripsi che trima rakpa tang trawa tenzo ma tene shivar sepa tang tene semchu ke yonten te su ngombar sepi che to tene son yakpa che res.
So our mind, so is it's because we have all those thoughts that arise in the mind, that they are the ones that obscure basically that Buddha nature. And so, and particularly so amongst the thoughts that we have, the one we call the destructive emotions, or the mental poison. And so all the thoughts that we have so obscure, cover that Buddha nature. So that is that nature of the mind. So the mind naturally by nature is completely pure, but then it is covered. So the fact that it's covered by those obscurations also doesn't change anything. That pure nature is always there. It's just how it is. It's pure by nature, and it's just the circumstances are such that at the moment, so it's obscured temporarily. And again, it's the example of the sun. The sun is always in the sky, but then when you have dark clouds, then you can't really see the light of the sun. That light, that warmth of the sun doesn't really reach you. And likewise, also, so the nature of that Buddha nature, the nature of the mind, is primordially pure, and it is basically the qualities, you could say, of the mind are those qualities of enlightenment. In the nirvana, that all those qualities of the Buddha are the qualities of our mind. They are there in our mind, but then because of those temporary obscurations, then we don't see them. They don't appear to us. We're not able to relate to them, and so that is why. So the Buddha then taught the Buddha Dharma and gave different kinds of teachings. We talk about the three yanas, so that basically the three approaches to the Dharma: the vehicle of the Shravakas, the vehicle of the Bodhisattvas, the vehicle of secret mantra Vajrayana. So those three turnings of the wheel of the Dharma, or those three sets of teachings, then have been given by the Buddha in order to. It is because we have this Buddha nature which is temporarily obscured. So it's all about removing. They are all being given as ways to eliminate those obscurations, those thoughts, concepts, destructive emotions that cover those enlightened qualities of our minds. And so that is the purpose. That is why the Buddha gave all these teachings.
Buddha senare, Buddha sejo korong ke triktiyan, tene te kona nik ke nelu te, tene kontu choba, te kona niki nelu to somba te la, tene Buddha sejo yodu, tene tomar, tene sanji yinayang, Toma tene susuchewo tamapachi re tene yenayang tene ti jiso ji toma tene jega najila sopo donga zingni tene korwale ngiparinjong tene ti tone ta jik tar tene chu te nyamsu lane chu te nyamsu lone lamji temba te nyamsu lone tene tele ton tele tene tar doji tena tene ngombra zopas sangjeba ta tende indu tene sangji rani kejang tene tangbo ta chu tamji nelu tene kanyimba chetawa ke tene nelu kanyimba te tene tsujindu sanji rani ke tangbo zik tene ti zikpe tone tene chu tamji nelu kanyimba tene tene simji yenge yang te tawa ke tene tonda te tobi cheto tene sanji chumdin te ke tachu tomate tene waranas transong waradacha naso tene ka tombo tembaji chuchin kolo korwan ne zongde tene tiji la ka papa kata zo ta the road cards the Sagu Pumpu Rela, Tene, so Tiba Chembokata, Church part of Sambaka, Tiba Chembok Church, Jinkoloko Noata, Tene, Patin Jebonk and Choti, Tendela Tenio, Sanga Doji Tibake, then Chunkoko Lasoba, that Tendreke Tony, Thomas Hanji Raniki, Teni, Jetawaki, Yellow to switch into sick, Teni tea, Simkin Yin, Dayang, Tetabaka Tonda tea, Teni, so wasn't to Tobik Cheto, Teni, Chujin Kolo, Ramba Mambuchi, Kornamares.
So the Buddha, we say the Buddha, so that refers to basically he is someone who's realized suchness. Suchness means basically the way things are, the very nature of things, or exactly just the way things are, seeing that directly. That's a Buddha. And so, but the Buddha started as an ordinary person, just but then seeing the situation of samsara, had just seeing how it's just suffering, then that sense of renunciation for samsara arose in his mind, and as a result, so he went on to practice the path, the Dharma, so that removing the obscuration, so that finally he reached the enlightenment at Bodh Gaya. And so when reaching enlightenment, so the Buddha came to see the very nature of things, how things are, exactly as they are. And so first, and in seeing that, then he was able also to come to help sentient beings by helping them to also free themselves from the obscurations that prevent them from seeing this nature of things, the way things are exactly, and themselves reach that state of complete liberation of Buddhahood. And so that is why, so out of that realization, then he went on to teach, to turn the wheel of the Dhamma, as we say. So that is the first teaching that he gave was on the Four Noble Truths in Sarnath at the Deer Park. And then he taught also the what is called the intermediate turning, or the second turning of the wheel of the Dhamma. That means that second set of teachings, that is of the Mahayana teachings that he taught at the Vulture Peak Mountain and in Rajgriya in India. And then he also taught at the great accumulation of fruition stupa. He taught the teachings of the secret mantra Vajrayana, and so all these teachings. So he presented. So there's a vast amount of teachings that the Buddha gave, all in order for us to remove these obscuration and come to realize the actual nature of things, the way things are, to see that directly.
So karit tembaresana tene ngaron so tene semji suyena ya tene ji chute tsujin to nyamso lomba yena tene ti chitawa nelu tene toya yobata te tone tene ji Mombar zoba sanjia yoba. Ta tende jik temba dik tondan rabuti tende jik temba res. Ti indu tene sanji ke tene chut temba kapso yang tene pena chita tene nepa la membi mena tonga somba tabata tondo simjin katane dubsa soso ke tene la Kham ta wangbo tene mandrava tene mambuchi yoba indu ini tenso tsoma la chi ta pengo yoba re di pen togo yodu tene penna neba drab chigina tene neba ke rik nasandra mandra tene neba ke korang ke zupu shuk chechung tang ta tendre ta papa ke tene memban kepa tsu ke yang tene dedan samba ke ini neba tila minchu che goya mato ke tene yang chitang ke men siya te korang nasa traya re te ina yang di neba korang ke yang sukam tang di mantun pa ina yang men te yang shuk chajang ke che song pa ina yang neba ke supo la non roya drama ta tende yung se pa indu tene memban kepa ke neba soso ke tene Kham Zukham tan tumba ke me toni tene tele ta neba te nele tro seba nanjin ke tene sanji ke ja dosa soso ke tene Kham tan ombo ramendra mambo yo teda tan tumba ke tene chuchin kolo ta napa natso ko mambo chi na kot nawa teya ta tusa ke Kham te wang Kham tang wang bo te la yang ramendra mambo chi yoba yindu tele tene sanji ke chuchin kolo chute yang tene ramba mambo chi kot nawa res.
So the Buddha taught so that we be able also that sentient beings also be able to realize the way things are, reality, you could say, the way things are, just as they are, and see that, and in this way reach enlightenment. And so so that is why he gave those teachings. And in teaching, an example is used is that the Buddha is like a doctor, a skillful doctor, and that the people who are or the sentient beings are like people who are sick, so need treatment. And what that means is that the Buddha, so when he teaches, since he needs to help those sentient beings, has to be done in accordance with the dispositions of sentient beings. There are so many different kinds of beings with so many different kinds of minds and dispositions and so on. So for the teaching to really be able to help them, then those teachings need to be in accordance with something they can relate to. So in accordance with their dispositions, and so that is why the Buddha taught those so many different ways, because it's like we said it's like sentient beings are like somebody who's sick, who's ill, and in that, so there are many different kinds of illnesses, and also people have their own body with the specific kind of disposition, so that the medicine has the power to cure that illness. But then if that medicine is not doesn't work for that person based on the the disposition of the person, then it is not going to help. Say that the medicine is very strong and the person his body is his condition is quite weak, then give that strong medicine will actually harm the person more than help that person. So you need to find the right treatment for that particular person with that particular condition. And so it is like that the Buddha also gave a vast variety of different teachings in order because he needs to help all sentient beings, so to be able to reach all sentient beings with their different dispositions. Then the Buddha taught those many different ways.
dharmas segi yore tene bog gedu ta chu se lagu yodu tondo tene dharma segi tek tonda te ta pena nzembala kogu yore nzemba sena ta pena menrabuchi kashi pena kangba tokan rabuchi ne ma shudru chegi yona tene jalo ne zung shakpa yina tene korong kangba tokan ne ma shugi yo ma re ten nangshi cheke rang tsoka tene sem te sabtong ke sem se ju te rang sem re te yina yang tene sem te rang ke wang to ma jo ne nyom mongpi yamang to chur ne tene te to ne ta rang tso korwa tang ne son la cham te pa te rang sem te rang wang to ma jo ne rang sem te nyom mongpi yamang to chur ne no tene korwa ne cham te pa tende chi indu te tabu ke tan korwa ne cham ne dunga nyang de ke tsawa te tene kir le ta nyom mongpa rite ten le ta nyom mongpa ke tsawa te tene marikpa ta temre chuni ke non yana ya tene thoma te marikpa sipi tsawa te marikpa indu tondo tene datun zamba ke danzin dela tene tene chik nyom mongpa tang tene ta tiki le sakwa tang tiki tene rewa dunga ta jepa tsama te tele tene yunga yodu tene tambi chu se ju teke tene rang ke rang ju te tene pa ndon rang ju ke tene chik da jipan zimba tang tene chik nyomo tenso te ma shivar se tenso nyekap su yana tenso ma chik ngon nambar seba tang tene tartu su yana ya ranju ke danzi te nyomo ba tenso tene chula tene pa pang rogi yoba indu tene tele ta chu se ya te tene zo te ta rangi korwa ta nge song ne le tso zambar sepa chobar sepa tende layang kogu yores.
So in Sanskrit, the Dhamma is the word. The Dhamma Tibetan is true in so that corresponds basically to the teachings of the Buddha, and the meaning of one of the meaning of it is that it is that which holds you in that. To give an example, is that if there's somebody who's kind of on top on the roof of a house, and then there's danger of falling, but then if there's a railing or something supporting them, then they don't or holding them if they're tied. Someone is there, so somebody on top of a house is about to fall, and then someone is there to hold them back, then that prevents them from falling. And so likewise also, so our minds are plagued by the mental poisons, this destructive emotions, and so as a result of which we accumulate karma, and because of that, so we're falling in the samsara, and so the root of it is ignorance. As it says, the way that the world unfold is explained by those. It's called the 12 links of interdependent origination. So that shows how the world originates, based on cause and condition independently. And so, it all starts with ignorance. So ignorance is like the root of of existence, or the root of the world, and of our existence, and so particularly so that grasping at the self, this idea that there is a self, there's an I, then we hold on to that. As a result, when we do that, then negative emotions, those mental poisons, then arise, and then we accumulate negative karma, and that keeps us in the experiencing that enormous suffering in the cycle of existence, or samsara. And so, but then the Dharma is that what can hold us back, can protect us from that, so that, because if we can eliminate that, not have that grasping at the self, then there won't be destructive emotions, there won't be karma, there won't be the suffering of samsara. And so the Dharma is very much what helps us with that. It is that helps us on the kind of sort of immediate, kind of temporary way already, helps in a way, but also ultimately help us in helping us so temporarily like that, and pacifying those somewhat those negative influences, but then also ultimately will enable us to completely eliminate them, eliminate the grasping of the self, those destructive emotions, and so the karma as well, so that we're free from that suffering. So that's why. So the Dharma is really, it's like that person who's holding us. It's like a protection.
Today into Sani Septong Keta Ngarang Tsu Namba Sanji Pake Namnita Jik Tarpa Tang Tamjin Chemba Ketane Kompang Tingi Drupa Te Ngarang Tsu Namba Sanji Pake Ta Miyul Tatuke Miyul Drabote Te Rang Chadiki Yore Te Indu Tene Ta Tarpa Tang Tamjin Chemba Kompang Drupa Te Tene Yin Jik Tarpa Sejute Chilo Lapa Shinkam Drabo Shenda Jilapa Jitin Shendan Drabo Jilapa Royan Drabo Tende Kaya Meba Tato Ngarang Su Semjin Tamak Jula Yobaki Tene Tabi Yontin Shiju Deva Shipi Nyingbo Tini Tene Rangla Yobaki Ta Kariseko Rangla Yobaki Jyote Any Rang Tsu Drubni Any Tabi Yontin Te Rang Semki Tola Tene Tsu Drubni Tene Tarbati Top Goba Tendeji Hindu Tene Teta Ke Tene Ta Rang Semki Nelu Teni Topar Seba Ke Tene Tabla Yang Ta Septon Ke Ta Tumon Tepe Kapni Somba Ke Ta Jik Shini Ta Lamtong Gomya Tene Yore Teta Mazi Pake Tene Sanga Doji Tepa Taba Chajana Tene Tatsu Sanga Lami Taba Yina Wang Yik Tene Nyamni Ta Pomang Ke Nyamni Tela Tene Jik Jerim So Gomya Tang Tene Sangwang Tang Sherwang Tenzo Tene Tene Jik Semji Zorem So Gomba Tang Tene Wang Yiba Sewang Rinpoche La Tene Tene Zo Ta Semami Zorem Semiji Zorem Ta Tende Komya Ke Tene Tapta Rinpa Mambuchik Yobares.
And so the point, so for us, when the Buddhist is to reach that liberation and that state of Buddhahood, that state of omniscience, to really to reach that, to liberate, to free ourselves and actualize that omniscience. And so that's what it's important for us. That's what we Buddhist we do based on that Buddha nature. Because something important to understand is that that liberation is not somewhere out, somewhere else that we need to go. We leave here to go to some, pure field, some paradise. This is not the liberation that Buddhists are talking about. For the Buddhist, the key thing is that the actually liberation, those qualities of liberation, those qualities of omniscience, those qualities of a Buddha are present within us. So the whole point is to reveal those, so to become aware of those qualities, to bring them out so that they now fully manifest. And so therefore it's not like going somewhere else, but it's very much bringing out those enlightened qualities, those qualities of liberation, those qualities of that liberation that is already in us, this omniscience that is already in us. So that's why. So we are practicing the different sets of teachings, and so there are many teachings. So all the practices that we do, say the practices of the common vehicle or common Buddhist approach that involve the practices of shamatha and vipassana, for example, or the more profound practices of the secret mantra Vajrayana, then are all for that, in order to reveal these qualities of liberation that are within us. And so all those practices of the common vehicle of shamatha and vipassana, the practices of the Vajrayana, that is, so the practices of the four empowerments, they are called. So that the practices of the first empowerment, which is the Vaz empowerment, that's the practice of caring. For the second and third empowerment, the secret empowerment and the wisdom empowerment. So those are the practices of Dzogrim with elaboration, and then the practice of the fourth empowerment, which is the precious word empowerment, as it is known. So that is the practice of Dzogrim without elaboration, and so all those a level of practices, of which there are many. So we practice in order to reach liberation, which is to bring out, to bring forth those enlightened qualities, those qualities of liberation, those qualities of omniscience that are already present within us.
So saje chenpo tabo tina ta so wang shiba ke tani nyamni tela ta so de ton saje chenpo te tabo ke lam gomba yobare te indu yang ta tela yang saje chenpo tela yang tani septon ke saje chenpo se jute ta chu nam kunche ranjin saje chi somba tabo ke tani sepa kamson ko chu ten raba ke shiwa nyangin den te chu la soba ke kondi chu tam chi chi tani ranjin teni la tani saje chenpo se ne ta tsin taba tani ji indu tani saje chenpo teni la yang ta korong nilu ktonda chepa yomar te ina yang tani ten nyamsu lenkin ke tani kansa ke lo ke chepar ke tani lo ta ramring tasum sayan raho tang tani jik rimchi pa ke kansa sayan raho tang jikjar wa ke kansa sayan tenre ke lo ramendra yoba indu o teda ke tani teda tan tumba ke tani saje chenpo ma denso tela yang tani jik kashi ta kansa rimchi pa tenre ina teda tangbo tani gomto ne taban choba sayan tenre ke yang tomar ta shine tabo tende kema tambo shine zaya ti tone tene ya lantong kita unik saje chembe ne tawa te ngo train ne tende ne gomto ne tawan soba se ya ta ya kashi la tato ne gomban soba se tu tambo rang ne tene ombo chikjar wa tende ina tambo rang ne tene tawa saje chembo ngo train ne ini te ngo shito tana la tene te nyambari shane tende chinen roya ke rimba dhamma mambo chi yoba re ina yang tene ta bola ta mang cheba ti yang kansa chikjar wada rimji pani te se rimji pa ke kansa te se mang cheba yindu yang te la kono hietsul rabo ti tene saje chembo 다 남주리 시세야. 당보 제지그 남주. 세 tani 드드라지 남주, 로지그 남주, 고미지 남주세네. 남주리 시그 토니 tani rembe 그야 못되는 로야케. 다 텐데 집중 그 차수 라면다 차수 만다와 텐데 요바레스.
And concerning the teachings of the Mahamudra, so that approach where say it's like the meditation of the great Buddha of empty bliss, and so that's the practice of the approach of the general approach in the Mahamudra. And in the Mahamudra, so there are even though so the basis, the fundamental teaching is the same, but then there can be many different approaches of ways to follow the teachings, in different steps, or the way of practicing it, for the practitioners. So basically, depending on the individual capacities or disposition of the different Dharma students, then you would have different approaches, even though so the basis is the same. And so even though so in the Mahamudras it explains that so fundamentally that view is that as it says, so that all the phenomena of samsara and nirvana are just the natural Mahamudra. So that means that fundamentally all things that you find in the samsara, but also all of the nirvana, everything is just fundamentally so that great nature of the Mahamudra, that great fundamental, that same great fundamental nature. And that is what is brought forth or realized through the practice. But then, in order to realize that, then you have those different. You need to account for the different capacities of different students, and so, as it says, so there are those of a greater capacity, middling capacity, lesser capacity. So there's those three levels. Also, sometimes we talk about those who can realize instantly, and those who come to realize in stages. So that those who realize in stages, so also it's like those who come to the view through meditation. So that is that the first practice the resting meditation of shamatha. So that based on that stability that is acquired through that meditative stability, then the wisdom of the vipassana, then of the Mahamudra, then can be introduced to them. And so based on having cultivated a meditation, then they come to realize the view. There are those also called those who realize so instantly, and for those, so the approach is more of those who come to meditation through the view. So those, they realize instantly the view. At first they have that realization. So then they cultivate, maintain that recognition, and in this way, so cultivate the meditation based on that realization of the view. So those are the the two main greater divisions. But then, because in Tibet, so most people, by and large, everyone was of the those who progress in stages rather than those who realize instantly. And so those progress in stages by first cultivating meditation and then coming to realize. Therefore, so the Mahamudra got to be known as a more gradual approach that involved those four stages of meditation: the stage of one-pointedness, the stage of the stage of simplicity, the stage of the one taste, and the fourth stage, which is non-meditation.